Hi everyone, this is Laura Lynn from the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. We're doing a Quilt of Valor to start off the brand new year of 2017. Why not? Let's honor one of our veterans and do a quilt up for them. So I have no idea what the name of this pattern is for this block. I should have actually looked that up, and I probably will try to do that before it gets posted. Obviously, one of our lovely ladies has donated her time and material to put the top together and donated the back. As always, or not always, but as for me, I donate the batting. This is just a high loft, and my time and the thread. So, and of course the stitching. So that's the whole fun of it, right? We're finishing it off here. I've done already like 3/4 of it with a leaf edge to edge pattern. It was, it actually has many leaves on it, is what I meant to say. It's got like the oak leaf, a maple leaf, what is it? There's, I don't know, there's not really a pine, but there's all sorts of leaves on it. It looks very pretty anyways. So we're just going to continue on here from the quick start because it had about another 10 minutes-ish to finish up the whole row here. I did it 5 rows across, and I blocked out the pattern as the edge to edge of 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what it was. And I just tweaked it a little bit to fit. I don't want the leaves to be too small. And I don't want the leaves to be too big because then you end up with too much space in between and you want just enough. So I'm not sure if I've used this on one of our Quilt of Valors before. I know I have used it on a customer's quilt and she really loved it. So, but we softened the edges a little bit on it. So this one just has the original from the original machine. So, but I really like this pattern. It's actually, I was trying to figure it out. So it's a nice big square and then a little rectangle, and then a bigger rectangle on top. And then the other square is like a little square, rectangle, square. You're framing it out on both sides, and you put that little piece there, or what have you, put that first. But I really like it. It's really quite cute. Good scrap buster. And nice to pull in a lot of different materials. Like this one's got roses here, but it doesn't look feminine. You know what I mean? It looks very masculine. It's got the blues, the grays. It pulls it all together. I've chosen to use a non-glide thread this time. It's a permacore. It's a light baby blue-ish, both in the bobbin and in the top. And I don't know, I didn't want it to be too shiny. I just wanted it to just be stitched in a nice, pretty pattern. On the, I chose to actually border out this one. Normally, sometimes you just stitch all the way and from edge to edge, but I was doing the edge right from the inside and leaving the border. So I've done a top hat up at the top. It's actually just part of one of the stitches or the patterns in the software that we have. And I really liked it. I was trying to figure out at first why it was why it was called top hat, because it didn't really look like a top hat to me. And then actually when I was stitching out, it just does kind of. What sounds a little funny over there? One moment. So it's one of my favorite actually leaf prints or leaf stitches because I like it because it's got all of them in there. Not all, but you know, a good portion. It really just kind of pulls it all together, I think, anyways. To me, anyways. It's very pretty. And when you spread it out, even on the back side, like when it's got the little flowers here with the leaves, I just figured it just would tie it all together. Like, why not, right? So it's only got a few more minutes to go here. It's working its way. I think it's just going to start its 3rd one. And I stopped it halfway through. Actually, I think I did a 4 across now that I'm looking at the leaves. I believe it was 4 across. But that's the fun of the software. You can tweak it, pull it, yank it, whichever way you like. And if you've got a wonky quilt and it's going straight, your pattern's going straight, of course, it wants to naturally go straight across. But you got this one corner that's maybe you got like a couple inches that you still need to fill up. Perfect for the software. Go into the little nodes and pull it down or pull the image down just a little bit into that corner. When it's all finished, nobody's gonna notice. But if you were to leave it that way, they would have noticed. It's almost there. So since it's 2017 and Canada's 150th birthday, we've decided to do something really interesting and fun and new for us at the quilt shop, but we're so excited to be doing it. We got an Quilt cutter, and we've got many little cutters for it, so we're very excited to get it used and start using it. We also picked up a few pieces of material from Northcott that's celebrating Canada's 150th. And this is one of the one panel that I got a bolt of. I think I have about 14 of them. And I'm gonna try and make up kits to go around it. A nice quick kit that all you have to do is just sew it together. So I'm gonna do about a throw size and a queen size. I think we've got two different patterns going on in our heads, and I think we've settled on what we're gonna do. We just need to just make the block. So we'll do that, and we'll show you on the first weekend project of 2017. And we have a bunch of fabrics right here that was also from Northcott to go with the 150th. We've got red background with a creamy colored maple leaf. And then we got a nice creamy mixy tone there. And then a nice, it says Canada 1867 to 2017. So, and of course maple leaf in between. And it's got a lot of creams, little whites, little reds. And of course we'll pull in some blacks and grays and browns. Maybe we'll have to frame that out. We'll border it out. Very much looking forward to it. Excited. I think it's a great way to start off the new year, celebrating Canada's birthday by making a really cool quilt. And we're hoping the kits are what people are looking for. I mean, it'd be awesome if you just whip something together, right? Super easy, so go. Bring it back to me and I'll quilt it out for you. It's almost done. I like the oak, how it does the oak for some reason. I don't know why, just so pretty. Yeah, these ladies deserve a lot of kudos, that's for sure, for all the work that they do. It's a gift. And we want to do it. And we're proud to do it. We're happy to do it, you know? I think so. Almost there. So once this finishes up, I will show you how I would set the border for this, like the area of where I want to the boundaries for this, and then set the top hat to stitch. It shouldn't take very long. I think it's about 4 or 5 minutes to stitch up. So this is almost done. Just want to make sure those ending stitches are right on the edge. Hopefully everybody had a good New Year's. Didn't party too hard. I was so proud of myself, I actually made it to midnight. And not long after. In fact, I think I fell asleep just before midnight, woke up for midnight, and then fell back to sleep. So it felt like I brought in the new year. All right, so that's done there. Now I'm just gonna switch to the mode that I wanna do to set up the last part of the top hat. And since I had the top hat going this way along the top, I wanna make sure it's the opposite way going along this side. So they match up. And then once this is done, we'll take it off, flip it, and do the top hat this way, and then the other side too. So one moment. Just put stop on that. Okay, stop. Go back over here. Set this. Click the boundary point 1. So we're going to come all the way over to Happy Cameraman. So careful. Hopefully I don't take him out the process. Because I started all the way over here. Okay. And I line it up with the edge right here. And I go just on this side. Like just on this side of the edge for clicking my boundary out, because I don't want to come over into this part. That's not part of it, right? So, all right, go all the way down. And I go along the line that I set as my stitch around the edge, my base stitch. Oops, don't want to get those caught in there. And this is where you find out you have some little bit of a wonky edge, you're down 2 inches, you're up 2 inches. Not everything's matchy-matchy. And I'm just coming on just that shy side of it with my laser light, because the laser light is the indication of where I'm clicking those points, of where it's high or low, or, you know, happily if it's straight. But that gives you that little bit of opportunity to tweak that pattern in such a way that it fills that space without anybody ever knowing that it may not be perfectly straight. Because really, that's our secret. Nobody needs to know that. No. They just need to see the beautiful quilt that you've made them or stitched up for them. Okay, so that was 137. Don't be shy. Click away. All right, so stop there. And then I take my top hat pattern, which this is actually, if I go over to, expand it to the whole world there, I have what I have stitched at the top. So I saved it just in a different group, like a different folder sort of thing. I just popped back to the original folder where I did the top hat for the top. So I take that, the exact same one, flip it, and put it in this spot. I know, it sounds so easy. So we're just gonna flip the pattern and then drag it down and then tweak it to fit within those boundary spots that you have set for us. Okay, so it seems like it's a little long on that side. So pull it in. Looks like it's pretty much perfect all the way around. I think I might bring that the top of that top hat just in just a bit. Double check on that other corner. I was working on the quilt behind me the other night and I had to go actually find my cheater glasses, like the little slightly magnifying glasses, because it was white on white. And by the end of that, I was like, actually it was New Year's Eve. My husband actually took a picture of me and I think he tweeted it. I had like a wine or two just to relax, but I definitely needed them to highlight the area that I was working on. But it turned out beautifully, actually. I'm so happy with it. Okay, so now that it is moved into its right spot, I'm going to check it that it's unsewn, because it actually had sewn its original self up above, and I'm going to set it to quilt. So it'll move to its spot here, and it's going to work in the reverse manner of making a top hat in its little flurry, flouncy kind of way. Okay. Hopefully I got that right. It's really cute, actually. And I thought how well it looked being stitched out here, not necessarily being a top hat, because it doesn't look like a traditional top hat per se, but it has that just a little bit of curve and straight line that was all mimicked within the pattern here. And the straight lines are, of course, all throughout the quilt, and then the softness of the backside of the flowers and the leaves and everything else. And it makes that baby blue just pop right on this dark jean type. It's not even jean, but it kind of looks like jean, but it's not. It's just like a nice cotton. Very pretty. I had a dark blue set out on it first, and to me it was making everything just jump out at you, and I really wanted it to kind of somewhat disappear over the majority of, you know, not stand in your face. Like I say, I just want it stitched together. Some of them I don't mind standing out. But this one was just nice, soft blue, relaxed, calm, natural leaves. Hopefully you can see the top hat. It doesn't take very long. I mean, it's really just you're spending your time making something beautiful for somebody who's going to appreciate it and be comforted by it, and that they were thought of. I mean, isn't that the best part of life, being thought of? Almost there, about halfway. And then, like I said, I'm going to take this pattern and put it all the way along here and all the way along here. Once I take it off, this is going to finish stitching up, and then I'm going to take it off so you can see the whole quilt. And then I'll pin it like later after a tea break. And it won't take very long. It'll take longer for me to repin it than it will to take this to stitch up. So. And I could leader grip it. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the leader grips. I'll show you that I actually have them right here. There's a little rod and this snaps into the fabric there. But because I broke my hand about, I don't know, like 15 years ago now-ish, it just, I can't, I don't know, wimpy, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. It just hurts. It just aches and hurts. So I take the time to pin it. I don't know. Take the extra like 20 minutes. Know how long that's gonna take you, you know, to get something pinned up. Did a king size one, I guess just before Christmas there. And I was like, oh, I was like, where are my pins? I had to go open up my new box because it took the whole thing. About 45 minutes later, but I know it's on there. It's not going to pop off as I'm working with it, or as I come to this end and I'm stitching away, or, you know, the cat happens to jump up on it or something by accident, or somebody bumps into it. It's not going to pop off. To me, I like that extra security. Oh, we're almost there. I love this about the parts of the quilts, just the end parts. Well, I love all of it, but, you know, to tell everybody and show everybody what I've been up to. All good stuff. Okay, just lock those stitches. Okay. Now I'm going to unclamp it. I'll put the camera in the center and clamp this side. It's actually quite beautiful. I really like that thread choice. I have, I think, 2 more in my bucket of Quilts of Valour to do, but I'll have to get some batting because I'm out of the stuff I use for the donated. But, uh-oh, where's my pins? Oh, there they are. Something else wants to come with me. And then it just, like I said, took a few more minutes and it'll pin back up on the other sides to finish it up. And I will click the boundary out exactly like I did to make sure that that top hat pattern, or that pattern, whatever I seem to choose, or that, you know, I want to stitch up. If I was if I was doing this all by myself, I would have just worked my way, as they say, chunk it along the sides there, I think. So, but I want to make sure all the top hats are joined correctly and all nice and smooth, so I'll do it the right way. Do it right or don't do it at all. We're almost there. Love this magnet thingy. Magnet holder, that's for sure. Needle holder. Okay, put that there. Oops, unlock this. We're not going to go anywhere. Okay. It's a fair size. You know, we don't make just lap quilts for our veterans, right? We make a really good quilt. Oh, that's okay. Just want the pins to come a little closer to me. There we go. There, you can see a bit of the back fabric there. While I get this unpinned. Okay, perfect. Nothing worse when the quilt starts fighting back. It's gotta wrestle them. Some of the big ones feel like you gotta wrestle them, because then you got the backing and then the batting and then the top, and it's like, okay, just stay where I want to put you. And the key point is making sure you have a nice straight flat edge that you're pinning up against, because if it's on an angle, you're gonna find that out as soon as it's loaded and you go and have it, the tension even between the two, the back and the top of the back and the bottom of the back. When it's pinned up, you'll know exactly right away whether it's not, you don't have any straight edges. Okay. Actually, I started doing some interesting things this year. We're always out for learning new things, the family here and stuff at the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. So we're making our own ketchup. Yeah, it's on the go right now. It smells actually delicious. All natural ingredients. We control the sugar, control the salt, control whatever we like. We can spice it up as what we like to. So here we go. Like I said, I'll have to search the what this is called, or whether it's just a scrappy one, or I'm not sure which of the lovely ladies did this, but it is beautiful. Oops. There we go. Hopefully you can see it nice big there. So thank you very much for watching this Long Arm Wednesday. And we'll see you for weekend project on our very first quilt block that we're going to do for 2017 for Happy Birthday Canada. Like, I'm looking forward to this. Very excited, which means I got to get some stuff cut and get chopping so I can show you what we're doing. So thanks very much for joining me, and we will catch you next time. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Because. Thanks. Bye-bye. Take care. Happy New Year.